Welcome to Best Laid Schemes, where we're playing D&D in the Mythic Odysseys of Theros setting. With me are Adrienne, Darren, Jill and Mark. And last week, first off, apologies for last week. I screwed up the audio and was not broadcasting the players' sound at all. Unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do about it, so I've had to leave it up for posterity. But to recap, the players basically headed up into the mountains. Let's see. The party are on their way from the polis of Setessa to the polis of Akros. On the way, they were intercepted by centaurs who sent them up into the mountains to defeat a monster that had been harassing the centaur tribes, which they did. A huge metal gorgon, which they defeated quite handily. In the process, however, Dericles was turned to stone, which was only reversed by the intervention of Hester's goddess Pharika, who demanded that in return Hester should investigate a temple up in the mountains. The party went up into the mountains to investigate this temple. They found a temple to Karanos, the god of storms and wisdom. Inside they found an orrery, battled an air elemental, and eventually found their way out into a kind of an arena full of spires nestled up in the top of the mountains that looks rather like this, where a blue dragon crawled out of one of these pits in the ground. And that is where we will pick up. I think it would be a good idea for everybody to roll initiative. As will I. Where's my d20? Okay. What have we got? Anybody above 20? That's good to know. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be fine on Twitch too. What have we? Anybody got above 15? 17. Oh dear, above 10? Go on, what have the rest of you got? This is becoming uncannily consistent. Wow. Darren, Jill, what have you got? Wow. Okay. Despite that, you do get the drop on the dragon. So, yeah. Let's see. So, first off, is everybody happy with the marching order that I've put down there before we kick off? Pims was near the front. Okay, cool. In that case, Shade, you are first for a change. I've turned them off because they're a little bit hard to spot. Yeah. Are you interested in ranges by any chance? So from you to the dragon is 85 feet at the moment. Okay, yes. Yep. Is that a contested roll? Okay. You succeed. Yes, you can. You can see insightful fighting. You can see this. This creature is crawling out of the hole that it makes its lair in. Its scales are smooth and unblemished. Its wings are clean and healthy. This looks like a young dragon, certainly not an ancient creature, and therefore you think perhaps there are some you can take advantage of its inexperience. Okay, is that all you're doing? Are you moving anywhere? Okay, cool. Which way? Forward. You can move. Okay. A quick note because unlike standard D&D with the the good metallic dragons and the evil chromatic dragons, in Theros there are only two types of dragons, blue ones and red ones, and they're both bastards. So. Okay, make a roll. I'm afraid that glances off its scales. No, you'll have to. That's you done. Okay, Hester. Okay, right. I have now got a mark for that, so you can all be blessed. Not you? Okay, you are all blessed. I've put the status symbols in. I'm going to damn well use them. Let's see. Okay, so you've cast your spell. You all feel the comforting presence. Comforting presence. You feel the presence of another power kind of guiding your actions. So, are you moving anywhere, Hester? Back a bit, okay. How far back? You can move right down into the... Yeah, okay. Right back down. Fair enough. Okay. And Pims. Yeah, it is. Okay, Pims, you're up. Of course. How far do you want to cover? Because 30 foot. Yeah. there is like, yeah, just to remind you of the scene. There is lightning flickering in the thick clouds above this crater in the mountains, and Pims, before you came right up the stairs, you saw lightning strike one of these spires and crackle between the adjacent spires as well. Okay. So, how far are you moving? Yep. Okay, that would be 60. You can get that far. There we go. Charging towards it. That's almost close enough to attack. From here, you are 15 feet away. Oh, yes! Because you have literally... yeah. Not often you get to do that. Absolutely. That does hit. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Pims just charges across the arena with like almost superhuman effort. He makes it all the way across there, and then thrusts with his glaive held right at the base, and manages to stab the blade right in between a couple of the scales on the dragon's chest. It is quite surprised by this. It kind of rears back and yes. Go for it. Don't forget your blessed D4. Okay. Okay, no, that will also glance off its. Roll your D4 anyway. Oh, okay. 15. Okay, 15 is it glances off its scales. You were lucky. You realise you were pretty lucky to get that. Like to just catch like in between those two scales. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Temporary hit points. Brilliant. Awesome. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so Deracles, you're not last. You can go a little bit further. How? Okay. Okay, that's good. Well, but you could get over here if you wanted, behind the pillar. In that case, you'll want to stay out from behind the pillar so that you can target the dragon. Okay, go for it. That will definitely hit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, a ripple of white light rises across the dragon's body and lingers briefly on the in the crevices between the scales, glimmering, showing you where the weak spots are. Okay, are you doing anything else? You are 50 feet away. Okay. Right. Now the dragon goes. Okay. Let's see. It is going to. It heaves itself out of the. It was beginning to climb out of the pit already when you saw it, but it finishes climbing up to the level and it towers over you, Pims. It gets quite close. And it draws in a huge breath and then lowers its head down level with yours, Pims, opens its mouth, and deep in its throat you see a crackle of lightning, and then suddenly everything goes white. Let's see, that is... let's see, can you... and 5 feet wide... Can you and... I think he can actually get all three of you, but not Hester. In... Yeah, because it's a 5 foot wide line, so basically he's breathing lightning towards you, Shade. It'll catch Deracles and you and Pims. So, can you all make dexterity saving throws, please? Yes, you can. Yes, so you're blessed. So you've got that D4. You've got the +2. I think both Deracles and Shade get the +2. Yeah. Right. Oh dear. 15 is a fail, I'm afraid. Okay. Oh dear. I'm light on dice. I'm going to have to roll these twice. This could be nasty. Right, that is 13. 21. I'm confusing myself with rolling tens dice. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's 5. That's 26. 32. 37 points of lightning damage. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be advisable. Dericles, you will take half damage. So that will be 8. I make it 18. Yep. Okay. Brilliant. Excellent. That's good news. Okay. That is. Okay. So it's going to do that. That's all it's doing this turn. And then it is you can see as you all kind of recover from the shock of this and try to sort of like keep hold of your weapons with numb fingers, you see the dragon. Clearly that took a lot out of the dragon. It's kind of it's breathing heavily now. Okay, and let's see. Let's just see if we have any weather. We do not have any weather. The thunder booms ominously in the clouds above. Okay, we're back to Shade. You can move over there. That's where do you want to be? Okay. Do you want to? Would that be okay? Yeah. I'm just. I'll move you back. Oh, that's fine. That's 25 feet from the dragon there, and that's too far away from Pims though. If you stop there, you're still 30 feet away. That's fine. No. Okay, let me grab that. You have. Yes, you can. You can. So you can fling the dancing rapier out over here, and okay. Yes. Not in a making it a magic weapon sense. Yes, that will hit. Yes, it is. I allowed it before, yeah. I'll allow it again. Okay. No, that's fine. Ooh. Roll again, just in case it was a crit. Okay. Yes, yeah. I thought I saw it move. That will hit. Yes. Okay. It is an arrow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, your arrow, guided by the glimmering of Derocles' spell. Yeah, your arrow plunges like straight in the crack between two scales, and you can see the dragon stagger as the poison begins to flow through its bloodstream. It kind of it raises one massive claw, sort of like claws at the arrow, snapping the shaft off, and shakes its scales out. Okay, that was Shade. Hester, it's your turn again. So yeah. Sorry, just to note, because you retreated back down the stairs, and it was good that you did, because you would have seen a lightning bolt sort of like impact the rock just above the stairs that you could easily have been caught in. That far back down the stairs, you can't actually see it. So if you move, 20 foot up to this edge, you can now see, and you're 65 feet away from it. Yeah. Okay. 60 feet. Yeah, you can see past that spire. Ooh, let's see, what is it? It fails. Mm. I think it is probably Pims. Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. Right. Pims, you're up. Okay. Okay. Go for it. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, that hits, yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. No, I'm afraid it just, yeah, it's his scales are too tough for your for the blunt end of your glaive to do much damage. I'm afraid. Okay. Are you moving anywhere else? No. Okay, that's cool. Right, Dericles. That's as far as you can go and still be close to shade, and you're now 20 feet from the dragon. Yep. Yes, that's good call. Yes. Understood. Understood. Yeah. You're a hero. It doesn't gloss over the choice of target. Wow, okay. You are a hero, yeah. Okay. For that one, okay. That also hits. Wow, okay. Okay. Right. You have in Dericles strides forward past you, Shade, and pulls in rapid succession, pulls 2 javelins off of his back, and smoothly in a single action, just hurls them straight at the dragon. Both of the javelins strike it right at the base of its throat, and it screeches in pain. It reaches up a paw and pulls them out, and they clatter across the courtyard as it discards them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. It looks back at you with a baleful glare. You can sense that its mind is too strong for you to influence, but it is certainly looking directly at you now. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Right. It is the dragon's turn. So let's see. Does it? Right. It takes a couple of deep breaths, but it seems to be struggling to summon the sort of lightning that it attacked you with before, and its eyes remaining fixed on you, Dericles. It stomps forwards to engage. Pims, you have an attack of opportunity. Awesome. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Right. It strides up to you, Dericles, and first off, it claws at you. Let's see. What is this? That is a 20 to hit. Oh, sorry. No. Yeah. 20 to hit, and that will do. I've lost me. I had it a moment ago. So first claw slashes you for 10 points of damage. Second one is only 18 to hit. Okay. And that one does 9 points of slashing damage. And then it rears its head up over you and strikes with its teeth for dirty 20 again. Shit. It's rolling well. And its teeth sink into your shoulder. For shit. That's 15. 15. Yeah, that is 20 points of piercing damage. Plus plus 5 points of lightning damage. Not against those. That's just its attacks, I'm afraid. So yeah. Okay. I will. Don't believe that is fatal. Yeah, I think I'm going to rule that that is not fatal. Although that is bad, I'm going to. I'll say yes. That would be. I've different GMs rule differently. I'm going to rule that that is just ordinary unconsciousness at the moment. You are a hero. Okay, so so the dragon has just wailed on Dericles, and this thing is powerful. Let's see. Okay. For weather. Okay. Up above there is a thunderous clap of lightning. Let me find a D8. So let's see. Starting from there. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The lightning strikes from the cloud and strikes this thing. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. It strikes the spire to the dragon's right, and luckily nobody is close to it. But there is the electricity crackles down the spire into the ground, and you can smell ozone in the air. Okay, next up, Shade, round 3. Okay. How? Okay. You can feed unconscious people healing potions. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I will because you were consulting with Hester, who's at the top of the stairs, and you are like only 10 feet from an enormous dragon at this point. Yeah, that is the whole of your action. Okay. Your dancing sword is self-motivated. I think maybe Dericles should roll this one. Is it standard healing potion? I think it. Yeah, it will. Fantastic. Yeah, you can see Dericles' wounds close up as the potion takes effect, but he is still looking badly hurt. Okay, are you doing anything else? Sorry, you were rolling. You were rolling for the dancing sword. Yes, that will hit. Yes, it is. Oh, of course you have. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. While it's the dragon is watching you feed this potion to Dericles, and with with while it's distracted with you interfering with its prey, your magic sword stabs it in the back, and it howls in pain. Let's see. Did you say that was 18 or 19 points? Did you say that was 18 or 19 points of damage? Sorry. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Yeah. The dragon is now, by the way, it is oozing blood from between the scales in a number of places, and it is limping a little bit as well. It is not looking. Sorry. You moved forward 5 feet, so you've still got a. Yeah. Yeah. Where would you like to move to? Do you want to go clockwise or anti-clockwise? There's a. Okay, it's just because there's a pit in the anti-clockwise direction. You're not engaged with it. Yep. So you could go over. You could go up to there, or did you want to stay clear of? Stay clear of it. You can. Hang on a minute. Your movement's 30. You could go 25 feet if you wanted. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you said 15. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So you can get round to there. Okay. Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, Hester. You can go. Yeah, 10 feet will get you up to the top there. He from you now. He is 40 feet away. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this time it makes it. Its eyes flicker to you as you cast the spell, and you realise it noticed you this time. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. You can get all the way back down there. Okay. Pims. Yeah. It is actually there, yes. It is an iron-bound chest. Okay. Okay. That will certainly hit. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you stab it. You're still blessed, remember? Oh, okay, cool. 18 does hit, actually. 18 does hit. Just managed to, yeah. Okay. Of its you think you're out of range of its claws, but it's got quite a long neck. It could still bite you. Are you disengaging? Yeah. Okay. 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 You can confidently say that this creature is immune to lightning. But your enhanced sight reveals no other resistances or immunities. No, only the lightning. Okay. So I was just trying to double check. Disengage is it replaces your attack, doesn't it? Oh right, okay. So it does get an opportunity attack then, but it's only 12. No. So it as you retreat, it wheels round, snaps at you, but it not close enough. Okay, so Dericles. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that was quite a busy 6 seconds. Oh yes. Okay. Oh yes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yep, that hits. Whoa, okay. Okay, yeah, your axe carves across its shoulder, and it you can see the necrotic energy begin to sort of like wither the flesh beneath the scales as it bleeds. This dragon is looking really battered now. Okay, are you doing anything else? You moving anywhere? Nope. Okay. Right. Okay, so the dragon. It takes another deep breath, but again, it can't summon the lightning. So it. Let's see. It is sort of. It's kind of like looking between Dericles and Pims at the moment. It tries to backhand you, Dericles, but it misses, and stomps away towards Pims. Let's see. Yes, you do get an attack of opportunity. Oh no, no! Oh dear. That's also true. Yeah, you go for it. Okay, roll damage. Okay. Yep. Yes. Yeah, you have a thing. It's fine. Okay. Okay. The dragon leaps forward towards you. And as you do so, you just brace your polearm against the spire behind it, and the dragon just impales itself on it, screeches in pain, and pulls back. It then slashes it at you. 16? Nope. Slashes at you and then tries to bite down. That's another 16. But yeah, you're just there, sort of like holding this glaive wedged between the dragon and the spire, just sort of like dodging as it tries to get you. Okay, that was the dragon's turn. It is. There is a trail of ichor now between Dericles and Pims, where the dragon has left a trail of blood. Let me just check the weather. There's more rumbling, but no more lightning from above. We're now back to Shade. Okay. So right up to the dragon. Okay. Really? Good grief. Okay. Well, where exactly are you going to deliver the killing blow? Yep. Okay, yeah. With its focus squarely on Pym's and also kind of like the glaive stuck in its chest, you're able to just run up its tail, across its back, and just stab it in the back of the head. Pym's, you see the point as this like jaw is snapping at you. Suddenly, like this blade sticks out of its mouth like a second tongue, and then it sags. It lurches for a moment and then sags onto the ground and slowly begins to slide into the pit alongside it. Okay, yeah, I thought you might. Yeah, its enormous bulk slips into the pit and thuds to the bottom. You hear a bit of a chink. Hester, you'll notice that it's all gone quiet, and you can come and rejoin the others now. There's a sudden boom, and lightning strikes the pillar just here. Oh, come on! There we go. Again, it's alarming, but none of you are close enough to get caught in it. Looking down the pit, you can see that this pit has a thin layer of gold coins and bits of some weapons, armor, maybe a few goblets, things like that. It seems to be sort of like the beginnings of a little treasure hoard. It is, however, now underneath the body of a substantial reptilian beast. You can probably kind of squeeze past and access some of it, but it won't be particularly fun or easy. Right. Ooh. Okay. There is. Where are you all? There. More or less where you are. There is another crack of thunder. Okay. It's away from. There is another crack of thunder, and a massive bolt of lightning strikes one of the spires to the north. This time, when it strikes, lightning arcs out to both of the adjacent ones. Luckily, you are all well clear of those spires. Okay, you going up the chest. Let's see. It does appear to be locked. Yes. Yes. Make a perception. Check for traps. Sleight of hand. Thank you. Yes. Sleight of hand for traps. 22. Okay, right. Yeah, you have assured yourself that there's no additional mechanisms other than the lock itself on this. It is locked. Yes, you can. How long does Bless last? It's a minute, isn't it? I'll say it's still up. This is a difficult lock. It is old. It's not sophisticated, but it appears to have not been opened for a long time. It is extremely stiff. It is hard work, but you're worried that you're going to break your lockpicks trying to force it open. But finally it gives, and you just manage to crack it open. Okay, inside the chest, there are. Okay, inside the chest there are basically like 4 or 5 parchment scrolls. Hester, you hear a voice in the back of your head whispering, "Yes, find the secrets." Okay. No, just scrolls. Nothing else in the chest. Okay, so you're leaving. As you leave the arena, there is a break in the clouds, and just for a moment, the arena is bathed in sunlight. Okay. Right. So, you return. to. Okay. Okay. You return into the relative calm of the darkened room with the bridge over the chasm of poison gas. Where are you going to go? Yes, there is. It's at the bottom of the chasm, so there is the bridge across. Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can retrace your steps back down several flights of stairs and back into the orrery chamber, which is still partially lit with a few torches around one side of the room. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you retreating back down the mountain? Okay. Yeah. You return. You return down the out of this strange temple and retrace your steps along the windy, craggy footpath that led to it. As you descend out of the peaks, you move out of the cloud. The clammy mists part, and you get a little more sunshine on occasion, and a brisk wind blowing the dregs of cloud away. You find. Go on. Yeah, you can. As you've descended out of the mountains, the sound of thunder has got fainter and fainter, and yeah, you the peace and quiet is most welcome. Your ears are still slightly ringing from some of those thunderbolts. You find the Gorgon head exactly where you left it, and the cleft in the mountain where you rested is still pretty much the best, most secure and sheltered spot to rest hereabouts. I'm just trying to remember. Did you spend the night in that cleft, or did you just have a short rest? You spent the night. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. 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 Okay, let me have a think about that. I'm going to leave you praying for a minute or two. Okay. The rest of you, what are you doing? Are you setting up camp in the cleft. It took all. You started off early this morning. It took you all morning to get all morning to get up to the temple. Then there was some faffing around in the temple. It is going to be getting dark soon because you've come all the way back down the mountain. So. Okay, Hester. Meanwhile, Hester, you offer up your prayer to Heliod. You You, as you are praying there, you feel the clouds. The clouds don't actually part. You're still up in the mountains. It's quite it's fairly overcast, but you feel the warm sensation of the warm sun on your fur, and you get a strong sense that your word should be your bond. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. It's quite hard to make out. The writing is archaic, and the ink is quite faded, but it seems to be a treatise on healing and the role of electricity in the workings of the body. It's kind of dry, and it reminds you of some of the texts that your mentor hoarded back at the temple, with really obscure details about poisons and about the body's reaction to certain stimuli. Okay. 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 The second scroll is very similar. Slight differences. Again, and looking at the other ones, they all seem to be basically variations on the same theme. Yes, it's all sort of like information about healing and but also sort of like in relation to electricity, ozone. There's all sorts of stuff that that in another world would be called sort of like galvanic responses and so forth. So yeah, it's very 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 what's the word? Very scholarly. Yes, very academic. That's the word I was groping for. Yeah, you think that like if you can take a few hours to study them all, you think you can pick up some really useful tips from these. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything this evening? Anything to discuss? Yeah. Okay. No, out. Yeah, I mean, like this again. This cleft is off this like saddle in the mountains, so the wind blows hard across the opening. But apart from the sound of the wind, it all seems pretty quiet, and it's kind of lonely. Yes, it was where you left it. Yeah. From where you are, Shade, as well. Now that it has, from while you're out there, Shade, where you are up in the mountains, it's pretty overcast, so you can't really see the night sky clearly. But over on the horizon, you can see the colours of Nyx, and feels like it's a long way away. Okay, so are you settling down for a long rest? Okay, right. So yeah, you can all mark off a long rest. Hester, you this evening you are able to study these. You are able to study these scrolls in detail over the course of the evening, and oh no, that's the wrong. Sorry, I've got the wrong thing open. Where are we? Yeah, so studying. Okay, you studying these will basically give you expertise in medicine. Which we will sort out afterwards. I'm not entirely sure how to... You... Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we shall have a quick break. Just 1 minute, because also when you finally settle down to sleep with all of these new thoughts rattling around your head, Hester, you dream of Farika's cave again. This time, it feels a little bit less intimidating. Some of the things on bizarre kind of like glassware and concoctions on this altar feel like you recognise some of them from what you were reading about, and you begin to understand a little bit better what it is that Farika does, and from the darkness beyond the altar, her face leans forward, eyes locked on you, and the eyes of the two snakes that are part of her body, hovering over each shoulder, are also locked on yours, and you hear her voice say, "Knowledge is power. Use it well, child." Okay. We'll have a short break then, and we'll pick up early in the morning, in about 10 minutes or so. See you shortly. Right, welcome back. The party have just finished a long rest in the best shelter they can find up in the mountains, a cleft between a couple of slabs of granite that at least cuts out most of the wind. You've spent a comparatively peaceful night here. Hester, I've already described your dreams. Derocles, you have an uneasy, not so much uneasy. You have a kind of weird, sort of very almost feverish dream in which a giant figure nods approvingly at you. This figure does not seem to have horns, but it's still indistinct. Okay, and you all wake, having fully rested and recovered. What are you going to do today? Okay. You have to remind me. You sent them one of the paper birds, didn't you? And you gave the name of the thing. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, you pack up your camp, you head downwards. It's quite a chore to lug this huge thing down. It works a little bit. It works for a little bit, then when you start to get down into the lower slopes and you start to get a bit less scree and more grass, you start to find that every time you roll it, you then have to spend 5 minutes trying to dig its horns out of the earth, it's not quite such a time saver then. But yeah, I mean. Okay. By this time you have sorry, go on. Slightly down the hill, you can see Pims and Dericles wrestling this Gorgon head, where its both horns are stuck in the ground. They do manage to get it out. Just actually looking at them next to each other, like, there is a clear difference. I mean, like, the Gorgon's head is several times bigger than Dericles' head for a start, but yeah, but also sort of like it is much more, and also it's metal, but it is sculpted to look kind of like animalistic, with an expression of animalistic rage, which you rarely see on Dericles' face. Yeah. And Pims, you will have met Minotaurs before. There's a fair. It. Yeah, you managed to free it, and you can head on down. Sure enough, as you kind of return to the not exactly level, but back into the broken foothills of the mountains, you see 3 centaurs waiting for you. They seem to have. Looks like they've been waiting there for a while. They've made themselves comfortable with a campfire and such like. Okay. One of them. Well, make a persuasion roll. Okay, yeah. The leader nods curtly at you, and one of the other centaurs just like waves enthusiastically. The leader looks at him and he stops. It's nearly, it's like half the size that you are, so they can't miss that you are kind of basically. Are you still kicking it down the mountainside, or are you carrying it? Okay. Yes, you can carry it the last bit of the way, and remind myself of the name of the centaur that you spoke to. Oh God, no, it was not Colin. That sounds familiar. Let's go with Talib. I'm pretty sure it was Talib. Yeah. You see Talib and a couple of his lieutenants down there. They all stand as you approach, and Talib steps forward. He speaks in broken common. You defeat monster. You respect Furies. We respect you. The 2 lieutenants take the Gorgon head and kind of. They sort of settle it next to their campfire and consider it. You can make an insight check. Everybody can make an insight check, actually. That's all right. Wow. 17. Okay. Okay, well, Pims and Dericles, they don't seem to be sort of like they seem to be like struggling with it just as much as you were. Hester and Shade, you spot that like they seem extremely pleased to have the head of this thing down here. He turns to you and replies in Sylvan. Yes, you are welcome, of course. Okay, right, in that case, Pims, you make a performance check, and then Shade, make a performance check. Very good. Really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Pims is. Pims, you deliver a sort of Ronnie Corbett style narrative, full of digressions and asides, which thankfully, Shade, you are able to mostly smooth over and just sort of like flesh out with dramatic detail in the guise of waiting for a suitable translation. So you're able to sort of like turn it into a yes. So the centaurs listen to you very patiently, and when you're done, Talib speaks to you still in Sylvan. You have done a great service for us. Thank you. Now, I promised you a token. It is fitting that if your Pims finally killed the beast, he should bear the token. He lifts his arm and shows you a tattoo on his forearm. It's similar in style to the tattoos that cover all of their bodies, but make yourself comfortable. He says, "Oh, sorry, no. He's speaking to you, Pims." He says in common, "Sit. Long time." Okay, he gets he basically fumbles in a pack sort of slung over his horse body, pulls out a long needle and a bottle of ink and a rag, and he sets to work. He sets to work. Yeah. Well, Pims, make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry? Oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's enough not to embarrass yourself. Yeah, it does hurt. He's not being gentle. He's a warrior, and he's literally like stabbing you repeatedly with a flipping needle. So. Yeah, you have, yes. Yeah, I'm afraid that this one is just a run-of-the-mill tattoo, but you know it is. Yeah. Yeah. So it is. So it takes. It has taken you. Most of the day to come down the mountain, and so you sit for the remainder of the afternoon. You sit patiently as he tattoos Pims's forearm. You do have one hand free.
Dear.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, go on. What are you asking them about? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They listen with interest to your stories about the returned, and they tell you that they rarely see returned on the plains. Their lands border with the Lagona tribes, with the hoplites of Akros and Setessa, and the mountains. So they don't really see. They're a long way from here, from either of the necropoli. So they don't really have an awful lot to tell you, but they very much appreciate your tales, especially since you clearly have first-hand knowledge of these things. Make an insight roll. Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, yeah, you. They seem to be quite impressed with your exploits. Are you going to tell them any other stories of your adventures, or just about the returned? Okay. Cool. Okay. So you spend quite an enjoyable evening resting. The centaurs are quiet because they're not particularly sociable, but they're very happy to listen to stories. And when by the time Talib has finished working on your forearm, Pims, which is now kind of both sore and numb at the same time. The tattoo looks like it's sort of it's a sort of geometric, sort of tribal design. It's mostly abstract and matches the one that all three of them are wearing on their forearms. You think, well, actually, you may pick up from what Tali says to you during the evening shade. It's basically it's like a coming of age tattoo in their culture, and it's basically symbolises that you are a warrior of the clan, and so basically they explain to you that you are basically an honorary warrior of the Theres clan as a result of your efforts here. You find also that as well as the design, just above that design, he has also tattooed a stylized version of the Gorgon head and a returned mask and a Hydra, all sort of like stacked up like victory tokens, and then around the underneath, arranged in an arc underneath, there are symbolic representations of a Leonin, a Minotaur, and a Nyxborn woman. Okay, and he explains these show your accomplishments. These show your allies. This totem will allow you to pass through the Theres lands with minimal trouble. All of the Theres clans will respect this mark. Very good. This design basically, he's done it very fast actually, but this design basically it covers from the wrist up to the elbow. So these little extra heads are very, very small indeed. The main design is visible from a distance. The rest. Okay. You are heading to Akros, I believe. You can travel through our lands safely now. We will show you the quickest route. And they settle down for the night. Anybody doing anything this evening? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's easy enough to see. Yeah, they do have they have like some of them have got like shaved sides, and so that their hair is kind of like greased back in like a big mohawk, and that runs down the back of their head and a little way down between their shoulder blades as well. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you can spend another long rest, and in the morning the Furies warriors will give you directions how to make your way most quickly through the broken rocks and hills of their lands. They will also warn you about a particular clan to the north who are exceptionally aggressive, but they should respect the mark if they make sure that they notice it. Okay, and with that, they take a piece of rope. They tie up the horns of the Gorgon head, and then they basically sling it between the two lieutenants. And Talib gallops off ahead of you, followed by the two lieutenants with the Gorgon head swinging in between them, leaving you to make your own way. Right, I think that is probably, that is a good time to call it a night. We will pick up. I think we may skip over the crossing of the Furies land, since it is going to be mostly just travelling, and we could perhaps pick up as you leave those lands and begin to head up into the Cataclon Mountains. That'll be fun. Okay, brilliant. Well done. You didn't die. Well, some of you did. Some of you died. But you got better. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you anyone watching. Please remember to like or subscribe or follow or whichever, and we will see you next week for the next stage of the party's epic journey. Thanks for watching.